From 10 Pins and More at Rio Rancho, we're here for the title matches of the Youth New Mexico Open. All 4 divisions going on at once here. Right in front of us is the Scratch Division, where Hunter Mays has completely obliterated the rest of the field, but still has to win one more game, capture the title, going up a tough customer in Skylar McGowan. But Hunter has done what he's been doing a lot of so far, striking. He's got the front 3, and now he has the front 4. So a great start for him, open up a 20-some-odd pin lead. To the right, Angela Romero is pleasantly surprised to find herself in the title match. She's taking on Ian Silva. Angela's got to win this game by something. 8 pins to tie, 9 pins to win it all. I say pleasantly surprised because she was the recipient of a 10th frame open from her opponent, Kendall Balea, to squeeze out the win. Well, Ian also actually got a bonus from his opponent. His opponent opened in the 10th, Logan Trujillo. So both of them kind of happy to be around, but now one of them wants the $700 first place prize, courtesy of Steve Mackey, owner here at 10 Pins, dumping a lot of extra money into this. Angela's clean through 4 with a strike, so would love to double up early on this match. That won't happen, but leaves a makeable spare. So yeah, it was Logan Trujillo in 4th and Kendall in 3rd. Kendall got to do more bowling even after that mistake, because she's bowling in 2 subdivision titles. She's taking on Eileen Linares for the girls scratch title, and she's playing Harper Schmidt for the U17 title. She elected to do these matches simultaneously, so it's win it all or lose it all for her in this one game. Right now, early on, she's trailing by 12 to one of them and 13 to the other one of them, but she's got a strike working, so she can make it virtually even match, and she does with the pretty double over there. Meanwhile, somehow that bowling ball missed Angela's 8-pin. I'm not sure how that happened. She got an open frame over there. McGowan is clean, but yet to double. No surprise to see Skylar here on a hard link condition. He can grind out marks with the very best of them. That straight shot that he's using is sort of his A game. It won Dylan Taylor $11,000 here a couple months ago. Actually sort of similar as far as that hard and straight working really well for him. We used the adult New Mexico Open pattern. We asked them to just soften it up a hair, and that's pretty much what it was. Just a little more breathing room to play. As Hunter was the only bowler to be significantly plus. A few other bowlers flirted on either side of the even throughout the weekend. Hunter just made shrapnel out of those 10 sticks at the end. He'd like to do that one more time for the front 5 and open up a 30-pin lead here halfway through. Just no question about it. The center he's had a lot of success at in the past. Had a shot at the all-time 8-game record earlier here last season. So throwing it well, a little confidence. Although, as usual, the most critical person of Hunter Mays is the guy wearing Mays on the back of his shirt. He told me earlier he had like 260 going, and he looks at me and says, "Jeff, my ball motion's terrible." To which I immediately told him I would love to trade your ball motion for my ball motion. Let me know when we can make that happen. Monaro is pretty over there. She's got a double up in frames 6 and 7. Keeping an eye on that match. Harper Schmidt made the scratch cut. He's having a breakthrough year in scratch so far. Here's Mays in the 6. Oh my goodness gracious. Just an almost airborne messenger into it. That was, Cortez had one at main event that was airborne the whole way. That one was close to Cortez's level messenger right there. Just, it's fun to watch is what it is. Kendall just felt so bad for her there. She didn't Hunter Mays dominate the tournament, but she led this tournament by a considerable margin, but you gotta win those matches. She loses a 2-pin that she missed in the 10th. She'll have visions of that 2-pin for the 6.5-hour drive back to Phoenix for sure. But it's $50 to the loser of that game she's bowling and $100 to the winner, so she's guaranteed $100 over there already. That again courtesy of Steve Mackey. She leads over Harper by 5. Oh no, and another single pin miss, so forget that 5-pin lead. It's now a 5-pin deficit. Linares can take charge of girls scratch. If she can get 3 in a row over there, she'll be walking on the screen. There she is. Camera boom can only extend so wide. Pretty shot. Eileen was a threat to win this tournament too. before falling to Skylar in the semifinals. This is a race to 3 over in handicap, as both Angela and Nina have 2 career titles. Skylar a 4-time JBT champ, while Hunter thinks he's sitting on 13. We'll have the stat department check that out later. I think that makes Hunter number 2 on the active list in career titles. Solomon, the active leader. Now that old man Tez is finally officially aged out, as Ian gets a little Brooklyn love over there. Carve into his deficit just a little bit. Yeah, he only trails by 3 now on the scoreboard, and he's getting 9 back, right? Or is it the other way around? Yeah, he's getting 9 of them back, so he's in fine shape. Hunter halfway home. Slaps that 7th in silly for the 7th in a row. It is always scary when you lead a tournament by literally hundreds of pins to then switch to a stepladder type format where one bad game, one bad break, whatever can do you in. That's happened to Hunter a couple times already, and believe me, he's been oh so thrilled about it. But yeah, you go to the well often enough and things will break your way, and right now he's just about put this thing away already, and if he gets this hit, we can talk about some other things. Let's see if he does first. If I were a bowling pin, I would ask for some emergency time off. I would not want to be at the end of that lane. My goodness. Yeah, I got a family commitment. I can't be on lane 7 today. You can set me up on 22, though. I can hook you up from there. And Silva converts his spare to stay basically a 10-pin game. Harper spares? Question mark? Harper does spare in the 10th. He'd have 171 with a fill. The best Bolea can do is strike out now for 167. She went back-to-back 9 misses over there after the 9 misses in the main tournament. She's going to have a PTSD over there on 9 counts. But you got to take the positives. It's a very long format. You did a lot right to get the opportunity to go have that disaster. I know it's easy for us parents to say, not the bowlers. So Harper's going to win 17 and pocket an extra $100 for that. Nicely done. And Eileen has already got girls wrapped up to go with the 3rd place finish. So all winners over there on the subdivision events. Good job. Harper was already fighting his dad over fantasy football numbers, I know. So is your fantasy team winning or is your dad, Harper?
What?
Was it your fantasy team ahead or your dad?
My dad's right now, but it's Mark Chase.
There you go. Well, the other thing I was talking about is we've had, I think, 7 perfect games in the title match in JBT history. It's basically the entire ASU team and Matt Jones. I've had them, and it's a long time since we've had the last one. Jeez. Each rack, he's hitting them harder and harder. There's just... I know he's keeping his game face on, but on the inside he's got to be like, yeah. Long time since our last title match 300, and we've had exactly 0 300s in this new season, which is already almost 2 months old. So 3 strikes away from doing it, and just leveling this place into submission. Ian trails by 4 but gets 8 back, so good match over there in handicap. This is Mays in the 10th. That's perfect. He's had 8 perfect shots. The 2 that weren't were blistering messengers. He can't bowl much better. Silva in the 9th, spare working. Yeah, perfect shot from Ian as well. Nicely done. When he's been given the opportunity, he's been throwing great shots in the clutch. And that one's going to come down to the 10th as both of them are on strikes. Ian trails by 4 but gets 8 pins of handicap. And they're over here watching Hunter. Kendall's over here watching Hunter. The owner is here watching Hunter. Hunter's grandparents watching Hunter on camera to my left. Here's the 11th. Stop it! you just stumbled onto this video on YouTube, bowling pins are 3 pounds 10 ounces, and they are acting like toothpicks being vacuumed up into the atmosphere. This has been a joy to watch, and what an appropriate exclamation point on a dominant tournament. One more strike would be right here. He's wearing the 300 Club shirt. How appropriate it would be. Here's the shot. Double dribble. Oh yeah! There it is. On cameras, an ovation from the crowd.
It is 300.
Well, I mean, that's only 9 pins over his tournament average of 291, I think, coming into this. Wow, what a performance. Perfect game, title match for a dang near perfect weekend for the amazing Hunter Mays. Right back to it here. This is the 10th frame strike working for Silva. Trails by 4.
I love you.
Look out, that's way left. Oh dear. Catches a great break to only leave the 1-3. That could have been anything. Instead, he's got a relatively makeable spare here. As McGowan's bowling an excellent game himself. Anything around 200 was a very good game all weekend long on this tough pattern. He could get up into the 230s. Even playing Hunter, if you tell Skyler, we'll give you a 237, he'd probably say, I'll take it. And he's going to get his storm blows off by 63 here, if he strikes out. Ian with a must spare. Oh, avoids the chop. Nicely done. The pride of Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Will have a chance, but it'll be pins with the right paw of Romero does. Come on, Skyler. Is that right? Is that your high game? Second high? Feels like, yeah. It feels like about a 106 right now. I know. All right, Ian goes spare 9 in his 10th frame for 170 scratch. A little back action. A very fine 223. Excellent game, but ran into a little bit of history right there. Angelo Romero had a shot at title number 3 and $700 right here. To get it, it's virtually any spare. No, strike. No, I'm sorry, this ball has to strike. Oh, you know what? It didn't. Let's see. She's got 175 at the most, and she had to beat him by 8.
9.
So it's not going to happen. It was Houdini versus Houdini, but it's going to be Houdini Ian coming up with a close win here.
Because she's going to get 175 if she has to beat him by 9. Yeah.
Wow. All right, Angela, you got the last shot of the tournament.
Yeah.
That one. I don't know if you got any tricks or Twinkle Toes Pop Romero did something I remember years ago in doubles in this scenario. I think that's still lurking around YouTube somewhere. And the 5 stand. She wins by 4 scratch, but gives 8, so Ian Silva, the Youth New Mexico Open champion. Nicely done. Yeah. Great stuff all weekend. Thanks one more time, Steve, for making this possible. We'll do it all over again in Portland, Oregon next week. We expect you all there.